Happy Monday. Today is Monday, September the 6th, 2021, Labor Day. And today's daily Bible readings come to us from Psalm 73, 1 through 20, Proverbs 8, 32 through chapter 9, verse 6, then Hebrews 11, 29 through chapter 12, verse 2. Or you could have read Isaiah 38, 10 through 20, and then Joshua 6, 1 through 21, and ending up again with Hebrews. I'm looking at Joshua 6, 1 through 21. And just want to ask you, would you have the faith? Would you have the faith to do what God was asking the people of Israel to do under Joshua's leadership? Because he's finally gotten them to the land that he promised them when he delivered them out of Egypt, like full on 40 years before, like a full generation before. And they're confronted with, they come up against the first big city that they've got to conquer as they enter the land here in the story of Joshua. And so it's a, it's not a little feat. It's a big fortified city, got a nice big strong wall around it. So it's going to take some real tactics, some real tacticool kind of things, and so like God gives Joshua the orders and people are like, yeah, what we get, like a lot of, really cool tactical things special things we can use to get over the wall, special tactical ladders and all that stuff. And he goes, no, you get trumpets. So they get tacticool trumpets. And they're like, whoa, so are these like assault trumpets? Anyway, so he's like, no, that's even better. What I want you to do is every day I want you to go out and march behind the Ark of the Covenant. So the priests are going to go first. And they're like, yeah, with the Ark of the Covenant. Okay. And they're going to blow trumpets. And you're going to march around the city once and then go home. And he's like, I want you to do that every day for 6 days. And they're like, okay. And then we climb the walls and go in and fight lots of hand-to-hand combat. And he's like, no, you're going to do it on a 7th day. But that day, we climb the walls and get our tactical ladders and all our gear. And nope, you're going to march around the city behind the Ark of the Covenant while the priests blow the trumpets. But you're going to do it 7 times that day. Okay. That makes no sense. And then, wait for it, and then they're going to blow the trumpets really hard and long one last time. And they're like, and then we get our tactical ladders and all our web gear and everything. We climb up the walls, and he's like, no, walls are going to come down on their own. It's going to be the coolest thing ever. Oh, by the way, you all have to scream when they blow the trumpets. That's key to it. At some point, you got to think they're thinking that they're being totally punked on this. I would have. But here's the thing. Even though that don't make no sense, and yeah, that's weird, and that's not the way you would do it. Normally, I think if you ask most people how they might invade a city like that, they probably would not involve trumpets and marching around the city, 7 times and screaming. But here's the thing, the amazing thing. They obeyed the command. And then God did what he promised. So God asked them a really weird thing. And they obeyed him, and he's the one who did all the work, really. I mean, let's be honest. I know there's a lot of people that want to prove the Bible by looking at the science of it and well, the resonance of the trumpets and the people screaming could have set up sympathetic vibrations in the wall. And no, it's a miracle. That's the thing about miracles. They don't make no sense. They happen. For that reason, and God brought the wall down. He brought the wall down because the people were obedient to him. It's interesting, the story that follows right after this is the story about they go and conquer Ai, although they don't do that the first time. Read the whole story. It's actually the conquest of Ai is tomorrow's reading, but it cuts out the part about their first attempt at taking Ai. So go read that. But the deal is, they obeyed, and God responded to their obedience, even though he asked them a weird thing. So my question for you today is, what is God asking you to do that, it sounds a little weird, but why haven't you done it? Is it because it sounds weird, or is it because you think you know better? Because if the people of Israel had just sat down and said, no, we know how to attack a city, by the way, read the story about Ai, and they had just refused to listen to God and just done what they thought they knew better, I doubt it would have worked out real well for them. So what is it God's asking you to do, and why haven't you done it yet? Anyway, that's the DBR for today. Go out, enjoy the day, grill some hamburgers or something, and we'll be back tomorrow.